Hi and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. I'm using Photoshop CS6 Extended and I'm going to show you how to use the Content Aware tool. So rather than me just trying to explain it, I'll actually show it to you. So what we want to do is basically remove this building from this image, and we want to do it and fill what the empty space with the rest of the sky and whatever's down the bottom. So let's first make a selection of this tower, and the way I'm going to do it is get the magic wand tool and I'm going to select the sky first. So I'm going to hold down shift and just keep adding to that selection until I've got the sky, and then I'm going to change to the quick selection tool, again holding the shift to add, and just include the grass, the trees and the background. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to press Control Shift I to invert it. So now just the building is selected, and now we want to grow or expand selection. So when you use Content Aware, you want to get a gooder selection around the object you want to remove as possible, but you want to leave a little space between the selection and the object. So we can go up to Select, Modify, Expand, and let's say maybe 7 pixels and click OK. That looks fine. Now we do Shift F5 and that brings up the fill dialog box. We're going to use Content Aware, and the blending just leave as normal, and we're going to click OK. Photoshop's going to do its thing, and we're going to deselect by pressing Ctrl D, and you can see it's done I'd say an excellent job at removing that building and replacing it with a background that matches the surroundings. So it's repeated it a little bit down here, but it has to go on basically what pixels are outside of the selection to replace inside the selection. So you are going to get some repeating and some mirroring, like the case down here, but in the sky it's perfect. Let's do another example. The spot healing brush. So we can do click, hold. That's not coming out. So right, so yeah, I've messed about and I've managed to get it onto the spot healing brush, and we're going to choose Content Aware. Then we're going to get our pen tool, and what I want to remove is this line down here. So let me zoom in. See this dark line? Now, not for any particular reason other than to demonstrate another way of using Content Aware. So first of all, let's make a path. So I'll draw like that. Then we go back to spot healing. Now we want to make our brush size just a little bit bigger than the area we want to remove. So that's probably a little bit too big. We can go one smaller. So that's just about big enough. Come to the path panel, right click on the path, stroke path, and then you've got a list of all these things that you can actually stroke your path with. We're going to choose spot healing brush. We don't need to simulate the pressure. We know that we had it set to Content Aware, so we can click OK, and let's just get off that path. You can see that it's completely removed it. So that is 2 ways of using Content Aware. There is another one, but oh yes, it's working better now. You could do the Content Aware Move tool, which is where you select an object and then you can move it, and it basically moves it from one place and puts it in another. So if we were to do maybe a better selection of that mouse, like that, and let's move it over to say there. So what it's done, it's removed it from the place it was in and replaced it with a background. that matches the area which was outside of the selection, like I explained before, and Control D to deselect, and it's put it over here. So now the Spinnaker tower has moved positions. So there's 3 uses of Content Aware. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.